and welcome back everyone. This is your friendly neighborhood French Canadian. So I posted a news article about Mileena's inclusion in the game and why this was done by the developers. And I actually wanted to talk about this because news articles like these is what makes me hate games journalism as a whole, because these articles are not written for gamers, they're not written for fans of Mortal Kombat. They're written for people who have no idea what's going on. You know, these are made for boomers who read their morning newspaper on the large tablet that they can't even use fully while sipping on really bitter coffee. And as a full disclaimer, I did read the entire article, and I think every word was complete manufactured bullcrap and made to create more strife in the fandom by people who don't even care about the fandom in the first place. You know, when you write titles in your articles that says how Mortal Kombat 11 fans force NetherRealm's hand, like you're obviously trying to clickbait. And another one of their titles is the Mileena DLC is the latest geek culture harassment campaign. Like, do you honestly think that developers cower behind their desks because they're too afraid to look at Twitter responses? Do you think they even care? You know, without fans, a franchise is nothing. The only reason that Mortal Kombat has stayed alive over 25 years is because directly of the fans and their money and their love for the franchise. You know, developers will not be bullied into doing months and months of work on one character just because fans cry about it on Twitter, of all places. Like, do you really think they're like, well, it's gonna take 5 months of work, but you know, these people are bullying us and I'm really scared, so I'm just gonna do all this work for one character? Like, that is such a stupid straw man argument, you know. And for those of you who don't know, a straw man argument is basically when someone bases their entire argument against something they don't even know. So basically, they base it on assumptions, which makes their argument invalid, because the only thing they're debating is against themselves, is against the assumption that they themselves created. I'm not going to make a hole in the sand and stick my head in it. I know that some Mileena fans on Twitter have been very vocal and very annoying about her inclusion in the game since the game has been announced. And I do understand that 10 annoying voices, you know, sound like 30, but the reality is that portion of the fan base is a minority. Like, I'm a Mileena fan and I never once asked for the character on Twitter or any other place. I even joked about it a lot. Just like Ed Boon jokes and trolls about it. And he even said in a recent interview with New York Comic Con that he knew Mileena was coming, so he would purposely troll people, you know. And this article is trying to use his trolls, you know, as something negative, as trying to paint Ed Boon as being angry at Mileena fans, which is again 100% false. It is so scummy to do it this way, because Ed Boon, you know, loves the fan base. Again, we make them the money. Without us, the franchise is nothing. It doesn't make money. Fan service is not all that bad. If they give people a character they really want, they know people will pay for it, they will make money off of it, we'll have a character we love. It's literally a win-win situation. That is how it works. You pay for a service, you get the service. Now, here's some developers talking about this specifically. One of the animators said, it wasn't the threats, it wasn't the alleged toxicity, it wasn't a matter of finally giving in and enabling negative behavior. It was because we have the best fans and supporters in the FGC. This is why we gave you Mileena. Reactions like this is why we do what we do. So note how he said the alleged toxicity, right? Because there is nothing inherently toxic about asking for a character. Now, of course, you can ask for it in very toxic ways, like when Ed Boon posted about Kobe Bryant's death. People are actually asking for Mileena, but I believe it was just one post. And listen, you can't base your entire idea of the fandom or Mileena fans altogether off of people who take it too far. You just cannot make that blanket statement, because blanket statements really hurt fandoms as a whole. And it's also not fair for those people who are normal and really just want Mileena in the game and aren't toxic at all, right? Another developer, her name is Grey Meta on Twitter. She actually does work on fatalities and stuff like that. And she said, in response to the animator's reply that I just talked about, she says, and you have to remember, some of us devs are also Mileena fans. So essentially what she's saying is that you cannot lump everyone in the same package, and they're literally denying that they were forced to do it because of people on Twitter, because that is an absolutely outlandish claim that has no basis whatsoever. That is not true. And you can talk about how Mileena fans are a little over the top all you want, but I'm going to fill your screen right now with people asking for other characters that is not Mileena. I am going to show you some of the responses that Mileena fans have gotten when not even being toxic or annoying. There is a guy that posted a sticker of his newborn baby, and they called their baby Mileena Kathleen, right? And he was proud to announce to Adboon that he did name his daughter after the character. And someone that their baby deserves death. Now that is messed up. Like, you cannot say that Mileena fans are crazy and then completely ignore the ridiculous hate that Mileena fans do get, whether they're toxic or not. This is not the way, people. Anyways, that is my opinion on the matter. Yes, you can say that I'm biased because I am a Mileena fan, but seriously, look through my Twitter. You will not see me harass or be toxic any of the developers or Adboon himself for Mileena. I have been patiently waiting. I have joked about it myself. I've memed the overexcited, overzealous portion of the fandom myself, but never have I harassed anyone. So please keep your blanket statements for yourself. Blankets can cover a couple of people, but it cannot cover an entire fandom. Thank you so much for watching this, guys. Have yourself a very, very wonderful day, a wonderful Sunday. It is Thanksgiving tomorrow for my fellow Canadians, so happy Thanksgiving. I'll see you all very soon.